This is a little piece of news that kind of got lost in the shuffle after the game on Sunday because Fred Warner just said it in passing. Someone asked him about Jimmy, how impressive the season has been for him considering, the Niners traded for Trey Lance and it's a huge distraction and he's not the future of the team. And Warner went on and praised Jimmy and then just in passing said, Lance really is dicing us up in practice. As a scout team, he's been dicing us up for weeks. He's going to be really good. He is the future, but Jimmy's our leader. Jimmy's really good. And let's go back to the Lance part. He's been dicing you up in practice. Oh, that's very interesting. And then Matt Mayoko this week came out and said he has sources confirming that and said he's been doing it for weeks. What is your reaction to that news?
Well, the first thing, I would love to know Kyle Shanahan's reaction to that. That's like, if you're sitting in the background as the coach, you just go, why did you say that? Mm-hmm. He added a lot of the fact that we're talking about it here, but he added a lot of gravity, I feel, to the idea that Trey Lance should start. You had some interesting information we'll get to on perhaps one of the reasons why he has not medically. I'm not sure why Fred Warner, other than the fact that he is in the camp of Trey Lance or he had a complete slip of the tongue, why he would advocate for Trey Lance that way, because that was advocacy. Literally, he was like his PR guy, just coming out and saying, hey, everyone, the guy that stands out to me right now among our quarterbacks is Trey Lance. And that's just, to me, is like, it's not helpful, not to the team, not to the whole controversy. So I was surprised he had the confidence to say it. So how bad is Trey Lance dicing them up?
I'd love to know, because now it seems to me that if Jimmy Garoppolo at any point struggles, if he struggles in this game on Thursday, in the back of everyone's mind is Trey Lance is playing well in practice. Fred Warner's impressed with Trey Lance. Do they need to lose this game because of Jimmy Garoppolo? It hasn't come to that yet. Jimmy's playing really well, and we're going to talk about him and praise him all day. But if that happens, isn't that in the back of your mind?
It absolutely is. At this point of the season, as a fan, I wouldn't be comfortable with a switch. The anxiety it would give me at this point, as far as like, does the team gel with him? Do they have the chemistry to go out there and win with him? Does he have basically the nerves to handle a playoff game as really what I would consider his first continuous starts? At this point, I think it's Jimmy's team, but at the same time, if we fizzle out in the first round of the playoffs, people will absolutely go back to Fred Warner's quotes. And you know what? Fred needs to not say that. I love it. You love it. It makes for great controversy and great topics.
Finally.
Just don't throw yourself out there, Fred.
Because no one has said that all year. It's like the Niners have really, I think they're really trying to pump up Jimmy Garoppolo's trade value. And they understand that trading for Trey Lance hurt his trade value. So you really have to not talk about Trey. He's the elephant in the room. You can't talk about him. And I think the offense has done a really good job of that, because I'm not sure these vets on offense really wanted him anyway. I think they believed in their unit as long as they were healthy. But from a defensive perspective, from a defensive player's perspective, I think it's kind of obvious which quarterback are you more nervous about? And if apparently he's executing the plays the way he's supposed to, I could see that he would dice up that defense. He's really talented, and if you can't touch him in practice, I don't know. See, look, I just thought it was interesting that Fred Warner was asked about Jimmy. And his mind wandered here.
Trey Lance, exactly.
His mind wandered here, so something to keep in mind. I think what happened in Kansas City was Patrick Mahomes was doing similar things. He was on the bench all year, but that team understood by December that this guy's really freaking good. He ended up starting the last week of the season, and they lost in the first round of the playoffs, and there was no quarrel when they made the transition in the offseason. It seems like that could be happening here too. Although maybe Fred Warner was just being nice. I don't know.
I think knowing Fred Warner, he does not seem like a saboteur at all. He's definitely a team player. He's definitely a team captain. There's no doubt in my mind that in his mind, the way it came out was, hey, let me talk about Lance. Like, who knows what his motivations were, other than I think they were positive. I don't think it was aimed at Jimmy, but sometimes they say that behind every slip, there's a little bit of truth. Like, if that was his instinct, people are like, talk to me about Jimmy. Let me tell you about Lance. It's just immediately going there. It's kind of like if you're dating someone, you don't want to hear about the ex all game long, or all date long, and you certainly don't want to embed here on someone else's name. That's kind of what Fred Warner did.
I think what he was trying to do, and I could be wrong, but I think what he was saying is like, look, the present the current state of the franchise is strong because of Jimmy. Give Jimmy credit.
I
But the
agree with that.
future is strong because of Trey. Let me just say that the guy's killing it. He was the right pick. He's doing great in practice. The future is in good hands. But for now, it's Jimmy's team and he's doing his job. But I think he was just trying to say that, like, look, I mean, as the coach said, Jimmy isn't the future. Trey is, and the future is looking bright. So that was very interesting. Thank you, Fred. There's more.
It's actually a really positive take that you just had as far as like what he actually probably meant. And I think you're right. That it's
Not a
literally like,
savage.
hey, Jimmy's my guy, but I'm so excited the future. I think we've got Super Bowl window after Super Bowl window.
Right.
And I guess for Fred Warner, who's looking into the second part of his career now, you know, he's looking at, you know, I got to the Super Bowl once. I think I'll actually get back. And you know, you look at guys like, say, Bobby Wagner, for instance. Look where he is right now. He's still one of the best players in the NFL, but just like Fred Warner's getting to look forward to the next dynasty. Bobby Wagner, he has to be wondering if he's seeing the end of his own. So perhaps Fred Warner was just very excited. I agree with that.
Yeah, and Fred Warner's committed to the future of the franchise. He's going to be here.
Yeah, he's a real 49er.
And so he's thinking about that.